I can definitely point to that moment when things started to change for the better with my music career. Beforehand, maybe it felt like things were not moving forward. It felt frustrating. It felt like I was putting in so much effort to have zero return. And I don't want you to feel like that. And I know some of you might kind of be in a rut right now, and I want you to get out of that rut. So in today's video, I'm gonna go over 3 tips that will help to change your music career. Hi guys, I'm Miss Crystal. I'm an entertainment attorney, public speaker, and author of How to Keep Your Dukes Up in the Music Business. I'm the owner of Dukes Up Records, and most importantly, I'm an independent musician. Be sure to subscribe and turn on those bell notifications so you don't miss our weekly videos helping you with your music careers and getting you to that next level. And we also cover stuff that's going on in the music industry today. And when you're done with this video, click that link down in the description below to get a copy of How to Keep Your Dukes Up in the Music Business, because that's your A to Z guide on how to have a successful career. I give you all of my horror stories, things to watch out for. I give you contracts. I show you how to protect yourself. So it's definitely something that you need to have in your repertoire moving forward. Number 3 on my list of tips that will change your music career: find out how to be valuable. And what I mean by this is look at what you already know how to do, right? So let's say you are a graphic designer, or you can do websites, or you know how to operate a camera. Whatever your current skill set is, if it's in the entertainment or music industry to begin with, that's a great thing. But even if it's not, it can still be very valuable to someone else who doesn't know how to do that thing. And especially in the beginning of your career, you're gonna be asking for a lot, right? You know, we always say in the beginning, we need help, we need you to listen to this, we need you to donate that, and you know, just that's how it is. We're starting. But it is leverage when you know how to do something that someone else doesn't, and especially if you're willing to volunteer your time, right? All of a sudden now, you have the ability to say, here's something that, or here's a problem that I can solve for you. And I'll even give you an example. On my video teams, right? So we kind of build different video teams per project, but there's some people who are pretty common to all of my productions. And someone came into one of my productions who, you know, was new, and, you know, he was just kind of there and he was contributing, and all of a sudden he was giving suggestions of things and kind of surprising me and bringing so much value that I have now had that person on every single production thereafter, because he was just there and he was just providing notes and things like that. So that's one kind of example, but understand that besides using your skill set to kind of negotiate and haggle and get things throughout your career, it can also be the thing that allows you to kind of scale up in the music industry, right? Because now all of a sudden people might be coming to you because they hear around the grapevine that you're really good at something. So it's a good networking kind of tool, and even me as an example, right? So I went to law school just to protect myself and my own music career, but that's been something now that is of incredible value to other people. And so I get to meet some of my heroes, and I get to talk to people I probably would have never talked to had I not kind of, you know, accomplished what I did with my law degree. And I understand that, you know, so understand your skill set, continue growing that skill set, and use it, and understand that's going to be beneficial ultimately for your music career in the long term. Number 2 on my list of tips that will change your music career: learn how to market yourself. Now, for me, again, big game changer in my career, and this was only a few years ago. When I decided to stop being shy, when I decided that in order to market myself and for people to hear my music, I had to be the one that was posting. I had to be the one that was creating the content and putting out the content. And even though I'm shy and I don't want to take a million selfies and it just feels so awkward, I understood that that's what I needed to do. And so when I kind of set myself aside and I said, no, this is for my music career, all of a sudden now I started building that fan base. All of a sudden now I was able to connect with new people all around the world, people who are now purchasing my merchandise and purchasing my music all around the world. And so putting yourself first in your music career means kind of doing stuff that's uncomfortable, and that can include marketing yourself. Now, there's a couple different ways that we say loosely what is marketing. And if you're kind of newer and you don't have a lot of money to put into your marketing, because maybe when I say that, you just think, oh, well, she's saying I need to do Facebook ads or Instagram ads. That's not what I'm talking about. Now, it is pretty inexpensive to market yourself if you do want to put, let's say, $1 or $5 into a campaign once a day. However, and I even had this conversation with a client recently where I just go, I need you on social media. I need you on all these major platforms posting about your music, posting about what's going on in your music career. And if you kind of think that maybe you're overkilling it, right? Because who wants to see a million posts about, the same thing over and over? Change it up a little bit, right? So what else are you doing? If you're playing basketball with your friends, if you are going somewhere interesting, or you have other things that kind of make you who you are, that's part of your brand. And so, people like to go along for the journey, and just remember that. And so where, a lot of us do feel that shyness and reluctance to post on social media, as part of your marketing, you have to, and you have to consistently. And so what I was talking about with my clients, they go, okay, TikTok. Organic reach on TikTok is amazing. I got 1 million views on one video of me walking down the stairs. It just seems ridiculous to me, but that resulted in a lot of traffic, and a lot of traffic that went to other social media platforms. And I say, okay, I understand TikTok might not be for you, but why is that? So talking about it and understanding perceptions might be wrong, but I go, who's someone in your life that does do TikTok well? Well, his girlfriend does. And so my suggestion was, your girlfriend's on TikTok, she knows how to do this, have her help you. And so for him, that was kind of like a light went off, and he goes, no, you're absolutely right. So, maybe that is the same thing for you. Maybe you aren't the person that feels comfortable initially coming up with ideas, and you need to get someone else on your team to kind of help. That's okay. But come up with a plan, get started, and then stay consistent, because your marketing and learning how to market yourself is so critical. Even if you bring in a social media manager, even if you have someone else running your social media, you have to be the driver in all of this, and you need to know how to market yourself. Number 1 on my list of tips that will change your music career, have a daily action plan. If you don't have an action plan of what you're doing every single day, even if you are busy, even if you have family commitments and work and school and whatever else, you gotta have some kind of commitment to yourself of what you're doing. Otherwise, nothing's gonna get done. You're gonna feel this anxiety that life's kind of passing you by and you're not working on your music career, but you're also doing yourself a disservice by not committing in that same kind of way to treat yourself like the real deal. Like what you're doing is not gonna ultimately pay off, because it will. But having that discipline of sitting down every day and saying, okay, what am I doing to work on my craft? Right? What am I doing to get better at my thing? If I'm a singer, if I am a producer or a mixer, or whatever it is that you're doing within the entertainment field, work on your actual craft every single day. And also be working on creating content, right? So if you are an artist, what is the last thing that you released on social media? What is the last thing that you released on music platforms? And keep yourself accountable. And by simply having that in your brain, and so now you're like, okay, I remember she said, you gotta do something every day. You gotta do something every day. You're gonna start training yourself to actually do that. And so it's gonna become easy for you. And all of a sudden, you're in a couple of weeks, you're gonna be very surprised with how much you were able to accomplish. And that's why this is my top tip when it comes to things that will absolutely change your music career. Maybe you're looking at kind of taking that next step and actually building a record label for yourself and around what you're doing as an artist. And if so, we just finished shooting my online course, which is how to build a record label. And it's everything that you need to know, from the legal stuff to marketing and contracts and really everything in between. So if you want to get on my email list to get updates about that, the link is down in the description below. If you're in the mood for some dark pop music, be sure to search Miss Crystal, available on all music platforms. I actually just dropped my new album, Dangerous Daughters, and released a new music video called Holy Water, which I'll link at the end of the video. Don't forget to come say hi on social media. It's always amazing to meet you guys and hear about your stories and journeys as artists. I'm gonna get out of here, but don't forget to turn on those bell notifications so you don't miss any videos from your new favorite redhead. I'm Miss Crystal. Bye.